Hi, how's it going? Welcome to Code with Z. In today's video, we gotta find the majority element. Why? Well, because that's what LeetCode 169 majority element is asking us to do. As you can see, it says, given an array called nums of size n, return the majority element. Now let's see what the majority element is. Here it says the majority element is the element that appears more than n divided by 2 times. So for example, if n is 4, it appears more than 2 times. And we also assume that the majority element always exists in the array. Alrighty, let's see how you can solve this. So if we were given this array, the majority element is gonna be 3. Why? Well, because as you can see, 3 is repeated 4 times. So you basically just have to find the number that gets repeated the most amount of times. So let's see how we can do this. Believe it or not, we only need 2 simple variables. The first one is gonna be count, so you can actually keep a count of how many times a number is repeated. For example, in the beginning we have 0, and then we also have a candidate. This candidate is gonna be initialized to nothingness or null, whatever you wanna call it, but in the beginning it's gonna be basically nothing until we actually find a candidate to be our majority element. And we only have 2 simple rules, and if we just stick to these, we're gonna find the answer. So our approach is gonna be really simple. We're just gonna loop through this, and then we're just gonna stick to our 2 rules. What are our 2 rules? I'm glad you asked. The first one is, if count is 0, candidate is equal to current number. Now, if something's foggy, don't worry, because I'll visualize everything so you can actually see it with your own eyes. And then the second one is, if current number is equal to the candidate, increment count, else decrement. Now, let's see what this means. So if we start looping, in the first round of our loop, we're gonna be looping through this number because this is the first element inside of our array. So now, we're gonna check our 2 rules. If we check count is indeed 0 because we are in the first round, so we're gonna say candidate is equal to current number. Well, current number is 3, so candidate is equal to 3. Awesome, and then we're gonna go to the second rule. We're gonna say if current number is equal to candidate, well, yeah, current number is 3 and candidate is 3, so we're gonna say increment count. So count is gonna be 1, like so. Then we're gonna move on to the next round. In this round, our number is gonna be 3 again, and then we're gonna check if count is 0. Well, count is not 0, so we're just gonna ignore the first rule, and then we're gonna get to the second rule. In the second rule, we say if current number is equal to candidate, meaning if 3, which is our current number, is equal to our candidate, which is also 3, increment count. Alright, let's do that. So now count is 2, and then we're gonna move on to the next round. In this round, our current number is 2, and then we're gonna check if count is 0, it's not, so we're just gonna ignore this one entirely, and then we're gonna get to the second rule. It says if current number is equal to candidate, well, current number is 2, candidate is 3, 2 is not equal to 3, so we're gonna decrement count, like so. Now count is 1, and then we're gonna move on forward. Again, our current number is gonna be 2, and then we're gonna check if count is 0, it's not, so we're gonna ignore this. And then we're gonna come here and we're gonna check if current number, which is 2, is equal to candidate, which is 3. Well, they're not equal, so we're gonna decrement count, like so. And then we're gonna move on to the next round. In this round, our current number is gonna be 2, and we're gonna check if count is 0. Well, count is indeed 0, so we're gonna say candidate is equal to current number, which is our 2 that we have here. So now candidate is equal to 2, and then we're gonna get to the second rule, and it says if current number is equal to candidate, well, yeah, current number is equal to candidate, so we're gonna increment count, like so. And then we're gonna move on to the next round. As you can see, the goal here is to keep on incrementing count if we have the same number that we thought is our candidate to be the majority element. If that was not the case, we're gonna decrement count, because that means we have other elements inside of our array. And if count becomes 0, that means one number has actually got the place of the number that we thought is the candidate to be the majority element in the beginning. So for example, here we had 2 occurrences of the number 3, but then after it we have 3 occurrences of the number 2. So in the beginning we thought 3 is gonna be the majority element, but then we were like, no, it looks like it is 2. So that's why these 2 that we have here, these 2 numbers, canceled out these 2 3s, and then because we had 3 occurrences of the number 2, this one became the candidate to be our majority element. But then again, in this round, we're gonna be like, okay, count is 1, and our current number is 3. Because count is not 0, we're going to ignore this entirely, and then we're going to get to this one. We're going to say if current number, which is 3, is equal to our candidate, which is 2, well, we know this is false because 3 is not equal to 2, so we're going to decrement count, like so, and then we're going to move on to the next round. Now that our current number is 3 and our count is 0, we're going to update our candidate to be 3 again, and then we're going to increment count, like so, because our current number is equal to our candidate, like so, and then we're done with our loop. And then at the end, we're going to return our candidate. This is going to be our approach. Now let's code this in the simplest way possible. Alrighty, let's code this together. So the first thing that we need to have is going to be our count variable, just like we saw in the slides, and this is going to be initialized to 0. And then below this, we're going to have our simple candidate variable, and that's going to be initialized to null in the beginning. And then we're going to have our for loop, so we can actually loop through our numbers. So we're going to say for let num of nums, and then we're going to get inside of our for loop. Basically, our nums is the array of numbers that we were given, and num is going to be our current number on each round. Here we're going to code out our two simple rules. We're going to say if count is equal to 0, we want to update our candidate to be equal to our current number, and then we're going to say if current number is equal to candidate, we want to increment our count, and else, meaning if that was not the case, we want to decrement it. And then at the end, after our loop, we're going to return candidate, like so. Now let's run this, and I hope I have not made any typos. Let's see if we can actually get accepted, and yep, awesome. Now let's submit this and see if we can actually pass all of the test cases. And we got accepted. That's awesome. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep on coding.